Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you. Um, in the news, okay. Anyway, you guys know I don't follow sports. Well, at least anymore. I stopped following sports when they started protesting. So basically, when Colin Kaepernick started taking a knee for the national anthem and wearing pig socks, I stopped following sports because like at my job, if I went to my job and started protesting, I'd be fired like immediately. Um, when you're a professional athlete, that's your job. Your job is to put the ball in the basket or whatever, throw the ball down the field, kick the ball, whatever. Your job isn't to do anything else. Your job is to, play this game. So it's not necessarily the protesting. It's the fact that how come at their job they can you know, just do something stupid. But any one of us did that, we'd be fired. So anyway, and also when I watch sports, or when I used to watch sports, it was for entertainment purposes. Sports is entertainment. I don't know if you guys realize that. And so when you protest at a sporting event, because the people who are covering the sports, like the commentators, the sports media, they unfortunately cover the protesting instead of the actual sports. So that takes you out of, well, at least it takes me out of the enjoyment of the game. So it wasn't so much the protesting. It was the sports media only covering the protesting, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't entertaining anymore. So actually, I stopped watching because of the media covering the sports. But anyway, once again, I stopped following sports since Colin Kaepernick started protesting. I don't care about you protesting. You're a person who has a marginal educational background. Most professional athletes aren't smart, meaning meaning they're not smart, but usually when you're that good of an athlete, you usually didn't have to do any schoolwork. So you're smart in terms of sports, and a few of your hobbies you're really smart with. But when it comes to political issues, you're the last person I want to hear from. Now, maybe if you want to talk about, okay, if there's a professional athlete out, let's just say I'm friends with a professional athlete. I would take advice from him or her on investments, just because they got a lot of money. Like they've probably done research on that, or have talked to or know people. I take advice from them on clothes, cars, like stuff that's bling bling, which club to go to, um, their opinion on pop culture. Definitely take their opinion on pop culture. Um, Maybe take their opinion on stuff that's happening locally in their town or where they grew up in. Something they would know. Um, what else I'll take their advice on? Their theories on life. Just because everyone has a different theory on what you should be doing, because that's always entertaining. But politics, no. Last thing I want to hear from them. Foreign policy, no. Our national deficit, no. Um, I don't know. Anything involving our government, no. I mean, I don't hear anyone's opinion on that, but just because the average person isn't well researched and just wants to hear to have an echo chamber. But anyway, uh, you know, um, anything about rights, like civil rights, police brutality, politics, anything involving those issues, I don't want to hear from a professional athlete. I guess if I'm friends with one, sure, but in general, I don't care. They're usually not the most well versed people. Now, a college professor, political scientist, um, someone who that's their job, or any kind of analyst, someone like that, someone who's well versed, like someone I know who would have the time to, well, let's say if it's political, someone who knows about different types of governments and how just how the laws differ from country to country, and just someone who can compare and contrast, and just basically someone nerdy who doesn't have time to do all the research. So basically, um, your average American athlete is someone who I don't want to hear from when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but anyway, Scottie Pippen is in the news, and we all know who Scottie Pippen is because we all know who Michael Jordan is. So Scottie Pippen, I think it was yesterday, said that Phil Jackson is a racist. And I just started laughing because, I mean, it's kind of hard to be a former professional basketball player because, like, Phil Jackson, I think it was in the 70s. He was a professional basketball player, and he was on a lot of his teammates were black, and you know, one of them would have said he was racist already. One of his teammates, like, it's hard to hide being racist. And then all the hundreds of black players he's coached throughout the years, one of them would have said he was racist. Michael Jordan would have said he was racist. Like, why would Michael Jordan hold anything back? But yeah, it's just Scottie Pippen is another example of someone who I don't want to hear from when it comes to anything. But especially like something, well, some people think race is sensitive. But a topic where you're just like going, Phil Jackson's racist in the middle of a book promotion? No. Anything Scottie Pippen says during his book promotion is complete and utter bullshit. It's, but once again, it's like if a normal person like me just makes random allegations against someone, that's not gonna fly, at all. But because Scottie Pippen's a Hall of Famer, has some followers, people are gonna listen to what he has to say. Like people are gonna listen to Colin Kaepernick protesting just because just because he's on a sports team, which that's probably the reason why you shouldn't listen to him. And like the reason why you shouldn't listen to Scottie Pippen is because he's doing a book promotion right now. Notice when people are doing book promotions or just need to be in the news, they say something controversial. And like you can't, like, what is Phil Jackson gonna say? No, I'm not. I love the blacks. You just like there's some allegations you come off as worse defending yourself. So I mean it goes without saying. Phil Jackson is a I don't know how much he's worth, but he's worth millions. He's worth millions because of black people. I don't think he's racist. I mean if I was a multimillionaire because of whatever East Germans, I'm gonna love East Germans. I'm gonna have a face tattoo, the Germany flag on my face. Like I don't know. I just think it's hard to be racist against something that has made your life 20 billion times better. So hopefully Scottie Pippen will go away, but it's just another example of why sports sucks these days because these athletes talk. And athletes are one of the few types in the entertainment industry where like you just don't want to hear from them. Like that is one segment of the entertainment world where they're more interesting if they don't talk. Because most of them are uneducated, most of them are stupid. And they just don't have anything interesting to say. I mean, there's a few that are funny, but there's a few. That's why, there's a lot of professional athletes out there. How many of them are actually, like, famous for their personality? Not that many. Probably like 10. So, Scottie needs to go away. I don't know why that's bothering me. It just is. Probably because Scottie Pippen's ugly. If Scottie Pippen was like, you know, if he had my dashing good looks, then I accept his his terms of being a liar. But anyway, I don't know if you can tell I'm really out of it. Working 6 days a week. Once again, my job isn't hard. It's just that you work in 6 days, and so you realize that you're not getting the rest you need. Cause like I'll be like in zombie mode. Like I'll just feel like a zombie. But I'm not really tired. But it's just I don't know. It's I miss meth. If I had if I had meth, all my problems would be solved right now. I'd be like wide awake. Be like I feel great. Then my girlfriend would be tied up in the corner. Then I'll forget about her. 3 days later, come back. Like, oh, that's never happened. I'm gonna change the subject. Imagine tying up your girlfriend, and then like you leave the house to go get more meth, and then like you go on like a 3-day adventure instead. Then you come back like, oh shit, I forgot about this. Glad you're still alive. Don't tell anyone. Oh, you're gonna tell someone? Then I'm gonna keep you tied up. Then that turns into 2 years. Oh god. Good times though. Good times. I miss the early 2000s. So I'm glad no one watches this. So no one's gonna call the cops. I'm not worried at all. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up. You guys have a good one. Peace.